Hello and welcome to the Dog Groomer Hub. Are you a newly qualified dog groomer, a dog groomer in training, or have you been within the industry for a short period of time and you're looking to set up on your own as a self-employed dog groomer? Well, this online course has been specifically designed for you. Stepping out into the world of dog grooming and becoming self-employed, running your own business can be extremely daunting. Although there are a lot of companies out there providing dog grooming qualifications, none of them give you the adequate information to setting up and doing it alone. It can be really scary going from your dog grooming qualification course into being self-employed, or even if you're working within an establishment and you have experienced groomers and helping hands surrounding you, to then moving on to opening your own business, it is a total different ballgame. So some people may say, well, you just need more experience and you just need to do it for a long period of time to become good. And whilst that's kind of true, it's important to know that there is information out there that you need to know with dog grooming that will, one, fast track you as a dog groomer to be able to run a successful business quicker and to be able to avoid unnecessary mistakes that you don't need to make along the way. So what are you going to gain from this course? The Dog Groomer's Guide to Success online course is going to enable you to be 100% confident in running your own dog grooming business with the skills and knowledge that you have. So you may be thinking, who am I? And why should you listen to me? Of course, when you buy any sort of online course or any qualification, you need to know that the person that is teaching you is in the position that they're telling you that they can get you to and transform you to, and you need to know that it's genuine, which, you know, I would do that myself if I was buying an online course. So who am I? My name is Harriet and I have been running a successful dog grooming business for many years now. I've been a dog groomer for nearly 10 years. So what made me create this course? So what I'm wanting to provide people is what I wish I had, and I know that a lot of other people wish they had when they first qualified as a dog groomer. So I first started by taking my dog grooming qualification at a college, and even when I first signed up for that course, I knew I wanted to set up and run my own business and be successful, have my own dog groomers, loving life. And the further I got into the course, as much as I was learning, I felt like I just wasn't going to have the confidence. I was realising that all these dogs got perfect coat conditions, they're really well behaved. I haven't had a massive, wide, broad range of different breeds and different temperaments. So I knew it was going to be totally different when I go and set up on my own. So I actually left the course and I worked for a big company for a couple of years in the hopes that that would give me the confidence and the ability to then go up and set up on my own afterwards. And whilst I was in the establishment and grooming for somebody else, I felt really confident. I had a lot of people around me that had been in the industry for many years that I knew was really good, and I kind of had that safety blanket. And it came to a point where I thought, it's either now or never. I need to take the leap and set up my own dog grooming business. And I was terrified. Cut a long story short, I ended up managing to bag a lovely little salon in my local village, and it was horrendous. It was so daunting. I was so anxious. Even booking people in and like that day of my first day coming, I was so nervous. And it took me a while to really get to grips with everything. I made a ton of mistakes that I know now did not need to be made. I was constantly searching on online forums. I was trying to watch YouTube videos whilst grooming a dog. I was reading books, and it was just horrendous. Like, it just felt so hard and stressful, when now I know it doesn't need to be like that. It's also really important to learn how to run the business correctly. There's a lot of things that are involved in running the dog grooming business without the dog being physically there. There's so many things that happen on behind closed doors, like admin, so like advertising as well, and doing your taxes and all that fun stuff that can really stress you out and be the make or break between you and a successful business. So that is really important, to have somebody that can teach you, so you feel confident and certain that you're not going to hit this massive roadblock and be really confused and stressed. So this course will include 4 separate modules, and each module has a number of lessons within it. So let's take a look at the curriculum and show you exactly what modules and lessons are included within the online course. So module 1 is being correctly prepared. Lesson 1, the correct equipment that you need. So this will go into depth about the equipment that is essential for a dog groomer's, and also a list of equipment that isn't essential but will really level you up as a dog groomer. Lesson 2, cleaning and maintaining your equipment correctly. So how to clean and maintain everything, and this will also include things like pat testing for your electricals, making sure everything's safe, and also when and how to have your blades and scissors sharpened. Lesson 3, the importance of insurance and first aid. So this may seem like a bit of a boring lesson, but it's one of those that is super important that you really understand. Module 2, tricks of the trade. So lesson 1 is becoming more efficient. So this will really benefit people that feel like they may be a bit slow and they're not quick enough with their grooms. So this will teach you different methods and techniques right from the beginning of a groom to the end to help speed you up and become more efficient. Lesson 2, mastering tricky grooms. So this can be certain breeds that you may feel like you're uncomfortable doing, or you've not actually done these breeds yet, or it could even be certain areas of the dogs that you haven't done yet, and again you're a bit nervous. So this could be things like poodle faces and poodle feet, Bichon heads, or just round heads in general, de-shedding different types of dogs, or hand stripping, etc. Lesson 3, techniques to perfect your grooms. So you may feel like your grooms might not be up to scratch, they might be a little bit messy, or you find it difficult to get a real neat, crisp finish. This will teach you techniques to perfect that. Lesson 4, dealing with unwanted behaviours and understanding dog behaviour. So this is dealing with dogs that may be really fidgety, really nervous, aggressive dogs, and also understanding dog behaviour correctly. This is really important, for example, to avoid getting a bite because you're able to read the dog's behaviour correctly beforehand. Lesson 5, the correct way to introduce a puppy to grooming. So this isn't really taught within dog grooming qualifications, and it's very rarely you'll get a dog that's a puppy to practice on when you're qualifying. And there is a certain method that you need to sort of use when introducing puppies, so that's really important to understand. Lesson 6, how to cope with a heavily matted dog. Again, this doesn't really pop up in grooming qualifications. They've normally already got a really nice quality coat. So this will be a video in depth on how to deal with this, how not to be stressed, and to make it really easy for you and the dog. And lesson 7 is how to deal with fleas, ticks and skin issues. So you may have already learnt little bits about these, but this is how to deal with it in the salon when you're on your own, and also how to deal with it with the customer that owns the dog as well. Then we'll move on to module 3, which is making your business a success. Lesson 1, the correct way to advertise. Lesson 2, how to build a solid client base with customers you truly want and how to keep them there. So this will go into depth about, even though it's important being able to get customers in, it's important for the long term that you're able to get customers that you're happy with and you build a really good relationship with. Lesson 3, the importance of deposits, extra charges and your T's and C's. So this is being able to cover your back and minimising stress, and that will go into depth about that. Lesson 4, creating extra income through add-ons. So this is a really important one because this can double your profit in some cases without having to add in the extra work, such as doing another dog. You can include extra services on your grooming or even gift items, etc. Lesson 5, how to price correctly. So this is a big one that people struggle with. So we'll go into depth on how you should price each individual dog. And the final module is module 4, creating a work-life balance. This is really important, if not one of the most important things to being a self-employed dog groomer. So lesson 1 is avoiding a burnout. This is usually the breaking point for a lot of groomers. They end up doing too much, become super stressed, and it all becomes too heavy, and this is where they end up giving up. Lesson 2, the correct way to organise your daily schedule. This is really important to make life easier for you and for you to understand that you can put certain dogs in certain days and times, etc., to make it work in your favour. And finally, lesson 3 is caring for yourself for longevity. So if we're thinking about having this business for a long time, we need to be able to look after ourselves physically and mentally. And then after all that, every single person that purchases the course is given a free mentorship session. So this can be over the phone or by video call with me. And this is just to ask any other questions that you may have that may be specific to your sort of personal circumstances. And also you will have access to regular live Q&As, which will be on the website and only accessible to people that have purchased the course. So if this sounds interesting to you, then simply click the link in the description below, which will take you to the Dog Groomer Hub website. And all you have to do is simply enter your email in the email bar and you will be popped straight onto the wait list. This enables you to be one of the first to get access to the course at a discounted price. You can also head over to our other social media channels for more free content at the Dog Groomer Hub. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you.